Yo, music fam! Ever had that moment when you stumble upon an old track and it instantly takes you back? It's like a time machine, right? You hear those first few notes and suddenly you're reliving those memories, feeling all the feels. Music has that magical power to transport us to different times and places. Ever bump into an old song and be like, this still slaps? It's like finding a hidden gem in your playlist. You can't help but groove to it no matter how many years have passed. Those beats, those lyrics, they just hit different. Makes you want to hit rewind, right? You just want to play it over and over again, soaking in every nostalgic note. It's like a musical comfort food, bringing back all those good vibes. But then there are those tracks. You know, the ones that make you want to bury your head in the sand, the ones that make you cringe and wonder what you were thinking back then. It's all part of the journey though. It's like, did I really make this? Or even, did I really listen to this on repeat? It's a mix of embarrassment and amusement, but hey, we all have those moments. Don't trip, we've all been there. It's a shared experience, something we can all laugh about together. Those awkward tracks are just as much a part of our musical history as the timeless classics. This ain't about roasting our past selves, but about peeping how far we've come. It's a testament to our growth and evolution, both as individuals and as a music-loving community. Think about it, like a Rolling Stone still electrifies, right? Some songs just have that timeless quality. They resonate with us no matter how many years go by, but some 80s synth pop? Not so much. It's funny how some genres and styles don't age as gracefully. They become relics of their time, amusing but not necessarily enduring. Why do some jams age like fine wine, getting better and more appreciated over time, while others, well, you get the picture. Some tracks just don't hold up, and that's okay. It's all part of the musical landscape. Let's break it down, y'all. Let's dive into why some songs stand the test of time while others fade into obscurity. It's a fascinating journey through the world of music, and we're here for it. Let's be real, some tracks are like that vintage wine your pops keeps under lock and key. They just get better with time. You know the kind I'm talking about, right? Those songs that, no matter how many years go by, still hit you right in the feels. They age gracefully like a fine wine, becoming richer and more complex with every listen. It's like they capture a moment, a feeling, a vibe that's timeless. These are the tracks that you can play at any gathering, and they still resonate, still bring people together. They're the fine wine tracks. These are the fine wine tracks. They have a certain magic, an enduring quality that transcends time and trends. Think about the classics, those songs that have been around for decades but still feel fresh and relevant. They're the ones that get covered by new artists, sampled in modern hits, and played on repeat because they never get old. They're the soundtrack to our lives, the background music to our memories. They capture a feeling, a vibe, that's timeless. It's like they have a life of their own, evolving with us as we grow and change. They're the songs that make you stop and listen, that give you goosebumps, that make you feel something deep inside. They're the ones that remind you of who you are, where you've been, and where you're going. Then there's the other side, the spoiled milk tracks. You know the ones. They were all the rage for a hot minute, but now, not so much. They're the songs that, when you hear them now, you can't help but cringe a little. It's like opening a carton of milk that's been sitting in the fridge for way too long. You pop it open and bam! That funky smell hits you and you know it's gone bad. You pop open that carton and bam! That funky smell hits you. These songs, they might have been hot back in the day, but now, oof, not so much. They're the ones that were overplayed, overhyped, and now they just feel dated. They're the tracks that make you wonder, what were we thinking? They haven't aged well, and instead of bringing back good memories, they just make you want to skip to the next track. These songs, they might have been hot back in the day, but now, oof, not so much. They're the ones that were everywhere, on every radio station, every playlist, every party. But now, they just feel out of place, like they belong to a different era. They're the musical equivalent of bell-bottom jeans or mullet haircuts, a trend that's best left in the past. Why the difference? Well, think about it. Music, like everything else, evolves. What was groundbreaking and innovative a few years ago might seem basic and outdated now. As artists, we're always evolving, right? Our tastes change, our skills improve, and our understanding of what makes a great track deepens. It's all part of the creative process. As artists, we're always evolving, right? Our skills level up, our tastes refine, our message gets sharper. We learn from our experiences, from our successes and our failures, and we use that knowledge to create something new, something better. It's a constant process of growth and improvement. Our skills level up, our tastes refine, our message gets sharper. What sounded dope 5 years ago might feel kinda basic now. And that's okay, it's all part of the journey. We're always pushing ourselves to be better, to create something that resonates, something that stands the test of time. What sounded dope 5 years ago might feel kinda basic now. Plus, trends change faster than a TikTok dance craze. What's hot today might be forgotten tomorrow. It's the nature of the game. But that's what makes it exciting, the constant evolution, the never-ending quest to create something that's truly timeless. Plus, trends change faster than a TikTok dance craze. What's poppin' today might be yesterday's news tomorrow. It's a fast-paced world, and staying relevant means constantly adapting, constantly innovating. But that's what keeps us on our toes, keeps us striving to be better. What's poppin' today might be yesterday's news tomorrow, and let's not forget the tech. The way we produce and consume music has changed dramatically over the years. From vinyl to streaming, from boomboxes to 8D audio, the technology we use has a huge impact on how our music sounds and how it's received. And let's not forget the tech. Production quality has gone from boomboxes to 8D audio. The tools we have at our disposal today are light years ahead of what we had even a decade ago. And that means the music we create today is more polished, more sophisticated, more immersive. Production quality has gone from boomboxes to 8D audio. No shame in that, it's all part of the game. Embracing new technology, new techniques, new ways of creating and sharing our music, it's all part of the journey, and it's what keeps us moving forward, keeps us evolving, keeps us striving to create that next fine wine track. No shame in that, it's all part of the game. So, whether your track is a fine wine or spoiled milk, remember, it's all part of the process. Keep creating, keep evolving, and who knows, your next track might just be the one that stands the test of time. Now about those spoiled milk tracks. Before you hit delete, hold up. Those tracks? They're your musical battle scars, your badges of honor. They show you've grown, you've experimented, you've taken risks. Every legend, from Aretha to Zeppelin, started somewhere, and trust me, their early stuff, yeah, there are some gems in there, but there are also some head-scratchers. The point is, those early tracks, even the ones that make you cringe a little, or a lot, they tell a story. They're proof that you're on a journey, always pushing, always growing, and that's what being an artist is all about, ain't it? Section 4, your turn to time travel. Now I want to hear from you. Think back to your early tracks, the ones you put your heart and soul into back in the day. How do they sound to you now? Still bumpin'? Or a little rough around the edges? Hit that like button if you've ever had that. Did I really make this moment? We've all been there. Section 5, revisiting your roots. This section is all about taking a trip down memory lane, diving into the archives of your past creations, and rediscovering the essence of your musical journey. I challenge you, go back and listen to your old stuff. Dig out those old recordings, those early demos, and those first attempts at creating music. Don't be afraid to cringe a little, to laugh, to be like, wow, I've come a long way, baby. It's all part of the process. Embrace the growth and the journey you've been on. You might be surprised by what you find. Sometimes those old tracks hold hidden gems, ideas that were ahead of their time, or simply a raw authenticity that you might have forgotten. Maybe there's a melody you want to rework, a riff that never quite made it into a full song, but has potential now with your evolved skills. A lyric that sparks a new idea. Sometimes a single line can inspire an entire new track or even a whole album, or maybe, just maybe, you'll find a track that still holds up, that resonates with you just as much now as it did back then. That reminds you why you fell in love with music in the first place. It's a beautiful thing to reconnect with the roots of your passion. Share your stories in the comments, y'all. Let's create a community where we celebrate our musical journeys, the highs and the lows. What are some of your old tracks that you still love? The ones that bring back memories and make you smile? And what are some that make you want to hit the delete button? Let's keep it real. We all have those tracks that make us cringe, but they are part of our growth. Revisiting your roots isn't just about nostalgia. It's about learning from your past, appreciating your progress, and finding inspiration in your own journey. So go ahead, dive into your musical archives and see what treasures you uncover. Section 6, from amateur to ace. It's a journey. Look, the music game is a marathon, not a sprint. Every track you create, every note you hit, every lyric you write, it all adds up. The more you create, the better you get. It's like leveling up in a video game. You gotta grind, you gotta experiment, you gotta embrace the fails to reach the boss level. So, if your old tracks are making you cringe a little, good. That means you're on the right track. It means you're growing, evolving, becoming the artist you're meant to be. Section 7. Keep the music flowing. Keep creating, keep experimenting, and keep pushing your boundaries. And never, ever be afraid to go back and listen to your old stuff. You might just find some hidden gems, or at the very least, you'll get a good laugh. And hey, if you want to dive deeper into the music game, hit that subscribe button for more Questlove Supreme Wisdom. Peace out.